Welcome back, everyone. I'm doing a little preliminary work on the upper windshield frame on the C3. My goal today is to get these clips mounted. These are the trim retainer clips that go along the front of the upper windshield frame. These have to go in before the glass goes in. So what I've done just now is I put up the trim, I measured, I marked all the spots. I did a little bit of drilling. I just drilled some small holes, and then I'm going to try to mount these clips right here. And here are the screws that I bought specifically for this. So it looks like they are self-tapping, but then they are covered with this kind of rubber on the end. And I guess that's because they're meant to terminate. They're pretty short, but I think they will go through a little, right? They'll come through just a hair on the inside here, and therefore they have this rubber stuff on them. However, it seems like if I use the self drill feature, that'll come off. So I'm sort of curious to see, and you guys will see that too. But the next step is I'm going to take the tape off, obviously. I'm going to clean up these holes, make sure they're right. I might use a different screw to test fit. And then also something else is that the back side of this has a slight embossed, has like a little flange on it. So I don't know if you're supposed to countersink. I might open up a little larger area with a larger drill just so this back part will go in there and this will sit flush. I don't know if that's necessary. It might be overkill, but I don't think it could hurt. So I might need to do some preparation to the upper windshield frame before I actually screw these in. And I would probably go over it with more of the Pour 15. So this might be a 2-day or 2-part video. Anyway, I'll show you guys everything as we go along. All right, guys, here's what I have. I went ahead and used a 5/16 drill bit, which is here, to do a little bit of relief. Oh, I just cleaned it so it's got stuff. And I did that so that these clips over here would sit more flush, and they in fact do. So if I put that in now, that's what we get. Instead of that, which could stick out like that, here it's flush. Now, I'm not saying this is the way to do it. I'm not suggesting that you should do it this way. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go over this again with a little Pour 15, just because I marked it up a little bit with the drilling and everything. I scratched that up, and then I had to deburr these inside holes that I drilled. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that with the Pour 15, and then I'll do a little test fit with one of these and the screws, and hopefully it works out. All right, guys, it's the next day, and I'm just putting in the clips. So these are self-tapping screws. However, I wouldn't recommend trying to, use them to drill holes through the windshield support. What I would recommend is that you take a 1/8 inch bit and do your hole, and then I found that that's a pretty good size to just use like a power electric drill, and then screw in there. So I'm going to continue mounting all these clips, and then we'll do a test fit of the trim. Okay, so I've got all the clips in. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is that I did get them at slightly different heights I thought I was going for bottoming these out, but they're not all bottomed out. Some of them, like that one, has a little more gap than, say, I think this one. I don't know. I guess they're all kind of close. This one's probably a little lower than that one. See how that's sticking up? If we look at it from the other side, yeah, that's pretty apparent. So that's pretty big difference. You know, I mean, I measured, I marked, I did a lot of things to try to get these as good as I could, but you know, it's just kind of hard to be that precise. So what I can do, in lieu of moving, see, maybe I should have drilled from this side when I did my pilot holes. Now that I'm looking at it, I think that might have been easier. I don't know. There's different ways you can do it, but what I can do is I can always grind a little off of here, as long as I can get the trim down into this, which I think I can. I don't need all of this lip here. So anyway, I'm going to do a test fitting right now. We'll see where we're at. Here's another thing. Look at that. So this cannot go fully down because this cutout should extend past here like it does over here. So there's another thing. I'm gonna have to grind that a little bit. All right, so here's what I got, and this again is a loose fit. Not terrible, but not like totally flush, and I didn't expect it to just fit together like a glove. I mean, this piece and this piece are original. These are the old pieces too, actually, so I'm going to replace these, and the new pieces might fit better, might not. I guess it should fit totally flush, but it's, like I said, I got these as tight in there, got the clips as far back against the header as I could. So if this is what I get, I'm okay with that. It actually looks pretty even, and I was also concerned about this line, you know, just it being flush, and that looks good pretty much all the way. The other side, I want to show you something over there, because that one might need a little bit of finessing, because this clip is not quite at the same angle. So if you look at the clip, the retainer clip angle in there, see how it's a little too clockwise from this position. So I might have to go ahead and just kind of work that a little bit. Maybe put a spacer over here or something, or grind down there, or whatever. I'll take it off and I'll look at that. But that's the only thing. I can sort of jam this in, but then it doesn't really want to stay. There's a little bit of a gap right here, you know, but it's not that far inconsistent with the rest of it. So anyway, that's what I've got right now. I'm just again, you know, it's just preliminary, but I'm good with this. Like, this gives me hope, because I can always try to make it better from here, and it's not too bad. I've seen some people's upper trim where it's just horrible. And actually, see, this isn't even this part isn't even down yet, so maybe it'll, you know, it can move a little forward. Speaking of that, just FYI on the back, another thing that I noticed that, you know, we all have fun getting third-party parts, is that the holes in my original, so I can pull this off without destroying, see there? So remember, this piece is original. Look how far the holes are off. This is new, right? So that's fun, isn't it? Not even close. Here, not even close. So I'm gonna have to maybe drill new holes or move these holes over. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet, but hey, fun, guys, right? Rebuilding the stuff that you paid $400 for. And that's the way it goes, because as we all know, this stuff is made in other countries and it's imported, and maybe people aren't checking where they're supposed to be checking, and then we get it, and that's what we get. Anyway, so I'm going to end this video because I think I just wanted to make it about fitting the clips and securing the clips for the upper trim piece. And that's what I've done. So I hope this has been helpful. There are a few, I've got 3 clips left, which is weird, but those I think go on this side. I think, I'm not even sure. I have to find out where they go. And we'll get to that in the next video. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Like it if you do. See you later.